But there is one comic that is selling a ton right now. And that, of course, is the Mark Spears Monsters blind bags. I just happened to do an Instagram search for blind bags, and look at how many posts there are for this right now. It's crazy how much people are going off on this stuff, to the tune of 350,000 copies being sold out there. And I just kind of wanted to carry you guys through a couple little social things, and then we'll kind of, talk a little bit more about this. But the odds for this particular comic book were as such. And even though I did a pack rip of 3 of them myself, I happened to get 2 of the same cover, which I don't know if that means I'm just extremely lucky, but that happened. And then I thought that there was this interesting post that Ryan, we kind of shared offline. This person had this to say: "Stop overpaying for the Mark Spears blind bags on Whatnot. I'm seeing people pay ridiculous amounts of money for these stupid blind bags, $20 plus. Guys, they're $6 online for sake. I saw 2 different people buy 5 blind bags for 50 and 90. You guys are getting absolutely fleeced." And then this Reddit post that said, "Mark Spears, the Monsters and Wolf blind bags gets $350,000 order, or 350,000 copies." This commenter, which was the most upvoted one, said, "I've never heard anybody talk about these comics outside of covers, crowdfunding, sales numbers, or gambling." So let me kind of put it back to the panel here and just sort of say, are these blind bags just all about gambling and money? Is that why people are buying them?
Past the courtyard booth?
Yeah, no, I mean, I in your video, I saw that you said you thought this might be like nearing the end of blind bags, and I don't think so.
Yeah, I said that. I think after I posted and thought about it a little longer, I was like, you know what, maybe I was wrong on that.
Because like I see people like tons of posts where people are like, I bought 20, I bought 30, I bought 50, and I'm just like, Jesus, like, oh my God. Like, I mean,
did you see the line for courtyard? I'll say it again. And I know that it's a little bit different, but it's the same concept.
I just think it's interesting because, okay, I've had Mark on the channel, and I'm a big fan of Mark, and I know him personally, and I consider him like a buddy in comics, and so I'm like super happy that he's like successful in doing this product. I mean, he's had a tremendous run the last like year and a half, and this it thematically makes sense to do a blind bag. It's Halloween, it works perfectly for his Monsters, brand, so it makes a lot of sense. But like, I don't know, I just can't help but think that even for this, and even with the blind bags in general, like really people just like them because they sell, and
they like them because
I don't know. They either like to gamble, or if you're a dealer or an LCS, you like them because like, people are buying, like Ryan, you said, like 50, whatever. Like, of course you're going to like the thing that flies off the shelf. But I don't know. I just feel like, are we just in collectible Black Mirror right now? This is just the way it is. And like, I guess, I shouldn't think too hard about it. But like, to me, I just wonder if like, I guess this is just what it takes to move comic product these days. You just can't sell a story.
Pretty much every booth at New York Comic Con, whether it was comics or not, had blind bags or blind something. Hallmark. I commented in my blog. Hallmark was selling blind box ornaments with a chaser ornament inside of it.
No way.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I mean,
that's also part of what the
Comic Connect was selling, like blind bags for that like Addicted book. Like it was like everything. Like everything is blind bags.
Call a book addiction and then sell it in a gambling product.
Yeah. I just think it's, I don't know. I'm setting it up this way, trying to like say, I don't know why this, I know, I understand why. I'm just sort of setting up for the conversation, but like, it's just, I just wonder, like, will there ever be diminishing returns on this? Or is this actually going to be just what every company does from here on out? And maybe just the machine that is social media is too conducive to like the pack rip pull. Like, like anytime someone gets a huge hit, like it's just so shareable, so that like everybody is just like sees that dopamine and wants to replicate that. And that's why it's like so addictive, like just not only the chase, but the fact that you can share the chase with everyone else. I just wonder if we're going to keep doing it. But then I also wonder, like, yes, it's been successful in comic books, but To me, it feels like there's a little bit of a disconnect where, at least in cards, like it seems like it's more obvious what the grand prizes are for a lot of the boxes and the pack rips. But in comic books, it doesn't feel as clear to me as like what is like the chase one. Like for instance, we had the Whatnot 24 packs, if you guys remember that one from last year. And it's like I still have one. I'm like, I don't know like what the grand prize in that pack is. Like, does anyone know? And is anyone interested in it? And will bags or packs be able to sustain like they do in cards? Because it doesn't feel like there's a clear chase.
I don't think comics, the pulls on comics will be valuable long term. I think it's unlikely. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. I think it's, for me, like anything that's getting people into it is a positive, but within reason, I guess. Like if you're spending your money that you can't afford on blind bags, then maybe it's a problem. But like cards, people like, I think like you said, like when you were opening those blind bags on your channel, I wouldn't have known if you got the hit, whereas like with cards or with Pokemon or that, like I would, like, it's very obvious. You're like, oh, it's the shiny one, whereas like with yours, like even you got a foil and it's still not really the hit, and so I don't know, I think it's a lot harder with comics, and I don't know if they're as good for like the little clips, like when you've got cards and you can kind of like flip through things and it's like hiding in the back. I don't think it's as good of a, like a social media type post that you can use it for. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard for me to say for sure, because I'm definitely not the target market for blind bags.
Kind of with you. I don't. Yeah, who knows? Like maybe they'll continue, or maybe these will be still valuable 10 years from now. But like, yeah, I'm kind of with you. There's something about it that's just like not quite right. Like whether it's the amount of cards that you have to flip through to build the anticipation to like see, oh, here's the chase card, and everyone kind of knows, like, like in Magic when you open a pack, it's like there's a bunch of cards and then there's a land card, and then after the land card it's like the hits, and so like you kind of, it has this rhythm to it that like you kind of know, like, oh, here's the chance to pull the card and it's peeking out. But in the comic blind bags, if there's just one, like I don't know, there's no anticipation. There's no foreplay here. We need the foreplay.
Now, granted, if Courtyard had something where I could rewatch like people opening hits on that, I'd watch that. Like I mean, like I watch people open Pokemon cards all the time. So note to Courtyard, maybe maybe they set something up where you can like turn on your camera every time that you film or you're pulling a hit on that, and you can post it or something like that. Maybe they could do something like that, and I would absolutely watch those, and people would definitely share that.
Someone succumb to depression of, oh, the next one is going to be the one that has it.
That's half the fun, right?
Let me max out this other credit card chasing it.
I mean, that's like I watched like Pokerev open cards, and like I've watched him open just like he'll open like pack after pack after pack, and if he's not getting something, you're just like, oh my god, like you just see the sadness like come onto his face. But yeah, I mean that's half the fun, like eventually, because that's how you get the you get the rush of watching it with someone else without you having to spend the money to buy it.
Manu has his own live stream going on down in the corner. Like he's on a different.
He does.
No. Someone has to communicate with our friends in chat. You guys carry on about blind bags and making sure that we.
No, you don't. How can they get the ungraded truth if you're not being present with the rest of the people on the panel? Because there's gonna be a test.
He's down there laughing, holding things up to the camera. He's got his like own little show going on.
I'm sorry, guys. Someone's giving me shit about smiling too much. It's making me smile more. I don't know what the fuck to do.
By the way, guys, as a very serious show and the #1 collectible show in all of YouTube and podcasts in the universe, we are open to sponsorships here. And I promise you that if you sponsor the channel and you sponsor the show, we will clean up Manu. I will get him nice and corporate for you. Okay. We're going to get 99 newsstand corporate edition.
Some of that Courtyard IO money. We'll talk to Ilsun out there.
Did you hit the red button, Swag, at New York Comic Con? Did you wait in line and hit the big red button?
I did not wait in line to hit the big red button. I was tempted, but I don't really do lines.
Then why did you go to New York Comic?
I love that. I'm with Walmart. I don't do lines, guys.
That's a good point. Actually, you know what? You know what the funny thing Comic Cons in general is I don't do anything there because I'm unwilling to wait in any line. So maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's why they're getting stale to me.
How come no one asks my opinion on blind bags?
Because you had a whole third show going on down in the corner.
Because
For the
everyone
whole
knows
time
where
you
I
were talking
stand
about
on
it.
blind bags.
Manu, can you enlighten the audience for us your stance on blind bags so we have it for the record here?
All right, sorry, I'm wasting it. I'm not a big fan. Whatever, it is what it is. I understand why they exist, but it's just gambling to me, and I like knowing what I'm buying. I like seeing what I'm buying. I like buying it. That's all. But someone asked, do I and would I? I mean, sure, I would. RMS, my man, thank you so much. Here's your first corporate funds. I just got a sponsorship. I just got $9.99.
Shout out to our
Swaggle
first
did.
corporate sponsor, RMS Collects for the $9.99. Here's your first corporate funds for Manu. There you go. We're gonna use that $10 to get Manu a tie. He's gonna put it on. He's gonna wear a collared shirt next time. We're gonna be buttoned up.
We have to teach him about YouTube. You actually only get about 50% of that. So sorry, you only got.
I'm aware though. Yeah, I'm aware. I thought they only took 30%. Damn, they increased it. But anyway, no. I mean, blind bag's fine. I think everyone should have fun. I think it's fun. It doesn't draw me, but I don't have like any serious opinion on it. I'm not against it. I don't tell people not to do whatever the fuck you want. You know, take accountability if you're going a little too hard. I do happen to think that gamblers are addicted to losing. Like that's the addiction. It's not the addiction of winning. No one wins enough to get addicted to it. You're addicted to losing and chasing the win. It is a problem if you're kind of like weak mentally, but whatever. It's been a thing that people have done forever. It's not new. A mystery pack with the chance to win the lottery is not a fucking novel notion. So whatever.
Cool. Can I ask this? Why is it that the blind bags were such a hit, but the mystery boxes were not?
I mean, mystery boxes were though for a while, like at the start of the comic boom period. Like, what was that? Because I mean, Torpedo did them, and then they started like putting not the best stuff in them, and so they kind of fell off. But then there was that like Spider-Man something. There was another one that that was really popular for like 2 years. But yeah, I think they fell off when it's almost like when the prices of comics got too high that they couldn't get quality books to put in there. And so then they were just like, I feel like they're just putting in kind of like junk, and then people just stopped buying them. Or it was like, oh, you get your value back and that's it. And it's like, who wants that? You know, the whole goal is you want some potential to like get some big hit. You're not just trying to like break even, because you're just breaking even. You just go buy whatever you want in the first place.
Yeah, it's true. It's very, very true. But mystery,
didn't they kind of get one up by like the Courtyard thing anyway?
I mean, Courtyard's way after,
just a way better version of it.
Courtyard, the ability to sell back immediately, and I think the other ones probably have that too, right? But like
in cards, all the digital.
That is the key. Like selling back immediately is the key, because then you're like, I can partially pay for this next one, and you just keep hitting the button and selling them back.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Ungraded Truth podcast. To be able to watch the full show, click the link down below. Yep, that one right there.